Did you know that stimulation of the immune system through the breathing in of certain fragrances can actually have a beneficial effect on cognitive function and brain health? That's right, just smelling something can affect things like memory by regulating your immune system. And we take menthol as the example that this relatively recent trial had shown in a bunch of mice. They had them sniff up some menthol, right? And if you're wondering what has menthol, well, peppermint oil, organic essential peppermint oil has high concentration. It's the major bioactive ingredient in peppermint, responsible for most of its medicinal properties. There are some other ones, but anyway, so you're like, all right, what can I even have that has this menthol, right? Now that's what makes it feel like cold and whatever, right? Is that menthol. Now the menthol, interestingly, lower levels of inflammatory markers, specifically interleukins. And all you have to know here is reducing inflammation is typically a good thing. But when they breathed in that menthol for 1 week per month over the course of 6 months, they had improvements in memory and overall cognitive function. And that was in healthy mice as well as those that had cognitive impairment. So very interesting. Often you find some sort of treatment will help to improve cognitive function or improve any sort of physiological parameters in people that have disease. And like they're deficient in a vitamin, they take the vitamin, it does something good. But this was in healthy subjects that it was showing improvement. So really interesting. Just what you breathe in can actually have an effect on how you remember something. And it's really fascinating because smell, right, maybe is really strongly associated with memory. Like you remember the smell from someplace. Just like when you're going through your notes, if you're studying and you smell the same fragrance or you wear the same cologne when you study as when you take the test, it can kind of bring you back to where you were reading. At least, a lot of people say that's the case. And I did that, through school, and it definitely helped a little bit. But here's some pretty concrete evidence, at least in mice. This doesn't necessarily translate to humans, right? We need a lot more research to show that this could, have the same effect on a human brain. But nonetheless, it is super, super fascinating, I think. So maybe this is part of the reason that people don't like bad smells, right? At least one reason. Maybe it's affecting their cognition and their brain is telling them in some way, this is increasing inflammation. Just might be smelling this guy's awful fart that he just let out, and so I don't want to be around him because of that, subconsciously, but really you think it's just because it smells bad. So very, very fascinating stuff. Now also, when it comes to peppermint oil, what I like to do with my patients, if they have congested sinuses, we talk about vitamin C, we talk about vitamin D, we talk about zinc, all these things for immunity, right? Spirulina, Nigella sativa, when it comes to allergies and nasal allergies and local raw honey and vitamin E and all that good stuff. But it has a very powerful, tangible, quick acting effect when I put some peppermint oil right here, put a drop on the tongue, kind of opens everything up. So, I think that's a really great thing, and I think it's a really neat topic and food for thought, whether you can apply it to your life or not. It's just very cool. Who do we got on here? Fred Ed, how you doing? Ma, I love you. What's up? I think it was, also, by the way, I meant to say, I think it was methimazole was a drug that they use actually to induce anosmia, right? So where you can't smell anything. And it had the opposite effect on memory, actually worsened cognition. So isn't that interesting? So there should be some substantial effect there just from smelling things and your effect on memory and whatnot. Alessandro Luciano, Dave, what's up? Beast from the East. How you doing? Kendrick. Brandon Malone, Ash, hello pretty girl. Joey. That's history, what's up? Me, Sweet Paige. Thank you guys for the support. Mr. Snoop, as for now. So we got it for you folks. We'll see you tomorrow, baby. Not sure where, not sure when, but we'll see you then with some damn cool, neat, new research or something that can help improve your health and improve your life. Have a great day. Thanks so much. Happy When Wellness.